Today's video is going to be about Iroiro in the color rose gold, and it does say that it's a pastel, so there's a good chance that it won't show up on the darker swatches, but we'll see what happens. I have my swatches labeled 1 through 12. 1 is green, 2 is like a deep purple, 3 is a natural red, 4 is black, and then from 4 up to 11 it's a range up to platinum blonde. And then number 12 is supposed to be like a toned version of number 11. What I like to do is I'll take the dye directly from the bottle or the container and I'll put it at the top of each swatch. And then as we go down the swatch, I do like to dilute it. Also, I just want to say that I can't necessarily guarantee that what this dye looks like on my swatches is what it's going to look like on your hair. All hair is different and it all takes dye differently. Since this dye is so light and pastel, for the next diluted portion, I'm going to do equal parts of dye and diluter. For the ends, I'm going to do a mixture of 1/4 of a teaspoon of dye and then this time with a teaspoon of diluter. I'm pleasantly surprised with how the ends are dyeing. When I was looking at some swatches online, it looked like it did basically nothing to some of the hair, so I didn't think diluting it would do much, but it has. Also, this is the second Iroiro dye I've done, and the first one I did was in turquoise. I noticed when I was using turquoise that when I would apply the color to the hair, the spot that I applied the color would stay darker than the rest of the hair, and I would try to like smooth it out and it wouldn't smooth out, and I don't know why. I'm thinking maybe because it was a more pigmented dye, but I didn't have that problem with this one at all. I'm gonna let these sit for roughly like 3 hours. I'll rinse them out, and then when they're dry I will meet you back here. So I think on number 6 and 7 it kind of changed the undertone of the hair, but I wouldn't say it looks like it's been dyed, if that makes sense. But just for reference, I wanted to look at this compared to Arctic Fox and Electric Paradise. So Arctic Fox is definitely a lot more neon and more pink, but this is comparable to number 12, number 11, number 10, and number 9. I feel like when you compare the Iroiro to other dyes, it just makes the Iroiro one look more natural looking. I mainly wanted to see if the diluted portions looked similar, but they don't. This is comparable to number 8. And even that one is a lot more pink. This is comparable to number 3. I feel like those ones look a little bit more similar, but Electric Paradise still looks slightly more pink. I guess you could say the Iroiro one again looks more natural. I did also do a pastel color for Ion in the color Flamingo. This is comparable to number 12, number 11, and number 10. Clearly, Flamingo is a more pink dye, which I suspected. I actually was more curious about the darker swatches. So this is comparable to number 9, comparable to number 8, and comparable to number 7. They do look more similar on the darker swatches versus like the very light swatches, but not quite the same. Now that we've seen everything compared, let's do the close-ups. I do have a link below for a request form if you want to request a dye or a color. Just remember though, I only do dyes that are cruelty-free and don't test on animals. I hope this video helped, and I hope to see you in my next video.